What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we are looking at the brand new King Dedede Nendoroid figure by Good Smile Company. So this guy just got released recently. This is another character in the Kirby franchise that they made, and I'm pretty excited about this one because I was really enjoying the other two that I reviewed. So this one will probably be just as great as those as well. So let's look at the packaging real quick. So we do get an open window. As you can see, we got the figure and all of its accessories all around there. A shot of the figure right there, the product number right there. Here's the top and then the bottom. As always, we're always gonna get like shots of the figure. So you got some shots right there. And then here's the back. But that's the packaging right there, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this figure out of the packaging and take a closer look. Okay, so here is King Dedede out of his package right here, and he actually looks pretty good. So obviously he's a lot larger and bigger than Kirby and Meta Knight, but so far, man, the paint job on this guy looks fantastic. It's really clean. You got his symbol right there, and then the robe, which is really a hard plastic, so it's not like you can like remove or anything. It is, you know, well, this whole guy is really just a hard plastic, so there's not like any soft material or anything like that, but the paint job on this guy is really clean. The yellow right here on his hat is like a really it's like really glossy. It's really shiny compared to the other like matte finish paint going on here. Now let's do the articulation really fast because there's not a whole lot you can really do with this guy, and that's probably the only downside here. So for the head, so it's actually really just on a double ball peg, but you don't really get a whole lot of movement to kind of like, I mean, you can have a move up up a little bit or down, but as you can see, if I move it anymore or move it any more than that, it's gonna want to pop out. So there's not a whole lot you can really do to have them look up or down, or it's just gonna want to pop out. So you're really just getting a swivel right there. That's pretty much all you get. It's kind of like where the mouth's gonna connect here or there, really. So there's not a whole lot you can really do when it comes to moving the head. For the arms, you know, you get a full rotation there. You can move them around. There is a hinge at the shoulder, but you can actually move it a little bit down to get the shoulder up a little, you know, about there. And of course you get a swivel, or oops, but a swivel to the fist, but you can like swivel this as well. So you have that. And the same thing with this. However, this arm is a little bit more loose than this is. See how I'm moving this, but then I move this. You know, this one's a little bit more loose. So you have that. Nothing going with the torso, of course, but the feet, they're really just on ball pegs, so you can just kind of move them around, but really just getting a swivel out of that. And that's pretty much that. There's not really a whole lot of articulation you can do. They're not like, you know, like magneted or so, you know, like Kirby or Meta Knight. So they don't have like that magnet feature where you can like move the feet anywhere you want. But I wouldn't really think of seeing that anyway with King Dedede, especially since you have the whole robe. Since, you know, that was a little bit of a problem with Meta Knight because you can only move it like, you didn't have a whole lot of space because of the mask and then like his cape. So I didn't really see a whole lot they could have done here with King Dedede, but so far that is really the articulation. Maybe the head is a little loose because it wants to tend to move, but yeah. You can see I can just kind of move it like that, but even then it wanted to pop off of the ball peg right here. So that's pretty much that. Now let's go over the accessories really fast. So for your accessories, you actually get 2 extra interchangeable eyes. You get one where it's like, you know, slightly closed, but you can use that more of like for an angry expression. And then you have like the wide open eyes right here, but these are mainly best for the interchangeable mouths that you can use. So you have this mouth right here where it's like slightly angry, and then you have one you can use for the open mouth for like the wide eyes. And then now they actually gave me 2 extra like right hands to hold the hammer, but I thought like maybe it was a mistake. Maybe I was supposed to get another left hand to make him hold the hammer with both hands, but in the instructions it does only show 2 extra right hands. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. So yeah, they just give you 2 right hands to hold the hammer, which is weird. But yeah, you get that, and then, you know, of course you get his hammer, so that's nice. Now you actually get this interchangeable arm. It's like slightly bent, and you can put that on either side. And then the other accessories, you got like this base and then the stand to hold the hammer for certain poses. And then you get an extra double ball peg for the head. And then the last accessories you get here is just the stand and then the support arm for your figure. Now I actually do want to show off, you know, as I always do, to show off some things. So to interchange the head, obviously you take that off, and you can actually take off the hat, which looks kind of funny. I've never really seen King Dedede without his hat. But all you do is take the hat off, take this off, and then to pop out the eyes, you know, of course you know, put force into that and just to poke the eyes out, and then of course you take the mouth off like that. You know, pretty simple, but you know, of course I'm gonna just keep it like this. So let me just put everything back, the hat, and there you go. Let me just put that back. Yep, there you go. And then now the interchangeable arm, like I said, you can really just pop them off super easily, and then, you know, just take this off, of course, because you don't really need that. But we can use this for like the hammer if you want, as so. There you go. So now this arm is like slightly bent, as you can see. Then, you know, you can put the hammer there if you want. Now I do wish the hammer was a little bit more hollow, because as you can see, if I want to display him, it is going to lean the figure a little bit, but you have to like adjust it to where you want him to pose it. But if you put it all the way back, it's want to go, you know, it wants to go all the way back there. Forward, it's going to go forward. So that's what this thing is for. You know, that's just for if you want to have it hold it like that when you put that together. But it's okay, because you can still have him hold it, but it is going to want to lean the forward a little, or lean the figure a little bit forward. But see, he can still hold it. And then, like I said, you can pop the arm off and put it on the other side. So let me just take this off, and let me actually take this hammer off since it's on the wrong hand. But you can pop this in, and then we'll take this off, and then there you go. So you can kind of like, you know, have his arm like that if you want. And then I'll actually just pop this back, just so, and put the hammer back. And there you go. So you can pose him like this if you want, and then like have like this, his arm like this if you want. And there you go. Put the hammer like this. Yep. So yeah, something like that you can do, you know, unique with this arm if you want. Alright, now for some figure comparisons. So here is King Dedede with Kirby and Meta Knight, and like I mentioned earlier, he is a lot larger than these guys. Obviously this isn't like the most accurate height that he should be in. He should be a whole, you know, a lot bigger than them, but you know, this is usually how they do their scale with their figures. But you can see how these guys look up close. Meta Knight. So yeah, pretty much that. It looks pretty good. I will say, like, I keep forgetting with Kirby, I have to sometimes adjust him a little bit, because he's like kind of like sitting down and not standing. But even if I want him to stand, he's gonna look like this with King Dedede. Alright, real quick guys, but I do want to show you guys the comparison to the Waddle Dee. I do have Waddle Dee, I just didn't open him yet or reviewed him. But as you can see, yeah, this is how he looks to Waddle Dee. I'm sure he's like the same as Kirby, honestly. I don't think there's much of a huge difference, you know. I'm sure they're like the exact same, but yeah, that is how he is with Waddle Dee. And then once I review this guy, I'm going to take a whole lot more pictures with these two. But I do have the Waddle Dee Nendoroid, so I wanted to show that out. Okay, here's another quick comparison, but here he is up against the Jack Specific Bowser figure. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up this review on the Good Smile Company King Dedede Nendoroid figure. I'd say it's a pretty good release, but I think I still like the Kirby and Meta Knight figure more. They pose a bit better, but they also have a pretty good selection of accessories. It is a shame that the right arm on mine is loose and that I have a black dot on the angry interchangeable mouth. I'm going to have to acetone that off at some point. But I still like this King Dedede figure. I think it's still an awesome figure to have in the collection, especially if you're a huge fan of Kirby. The paint is really nice. I like the details on the white part of his robe and his hat. Just a great looking figure of King Dedede. If you guys want to pick this up, he is available on the Good Smile Company website. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the review. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next video. Take care, my friends.